head up about the banks. Don't waste all your energy on the banks because the gas companies are coming up next. You can get angry about that one. Jeff Randall was... got James Whale, and he's got the newspapers, so you don't have to go out and get them this morning. We'll be running through those stories with James in just over 5 minutes' time. James Whale with the newspapers after Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening. Morning, Charlotte.
Thanks, Eamon. An investigation's being carried out at SeaWorld in Florida after a killer whale attacked and killed a trainer. It's not Television Journalist of the Year for the second year running, and she's the first person to win that award twice.
And it was a tremendous occasion, big posh event and big hotel in London. Did you go anywhere yourselves last night, girls?
I watched the match.
Yeah. Anyway, James Whale here with the morning news. Come in and say this is ours, and apparently on the fence on this one.
Don't be silly.
Are we going to do anything about it?
Yeah, we're going to tell the Americans to butt out of our business.
Well, who knows? But I'm just interested, would we actually do anything about it?
You wouldn't, would you, Charlotte?
Charlotte's not in agreement. So absolutely
I am nodding in agreement because I
Yeah.
completely agree that, you know, the expenses they get paid should cover just basic travel. If they want an upgrade, then they should
man,
have
he's
paid.
sitting...
Hang on, are you and I
Well,
I've travelled on a train.
Liam.
He's kind of very important constituency work. He needs his concentration.
Yeah. He
all
does
that sort
have
of
a
thing.
point. I mean,
and there's
if
not
you...
squealing kids running around.
Yeah, if you travel on a train, first of all, there's the hygiene problem. People who travel on trains don't seem to wash as much as I would like them to. And as you know, I use the train every day.
Yeah, you do.
And going in and out of my radio show on LBC, I get the train. And I am a...
The toilet smells so much.
Yeah, you have
got MEP.
And he's an MEP. He hopes to be an MP, his nickname is. He is a rather dour-looking man, a rather boring man. He said... Farage said he had all the charisma of a damp...
No.
That's the end of that. Thank you very much indeed.
That's it. Ruined my day now.
Thank you. James Whale.
Thank you.
That's their summer.
I know, and it's raining.
It's raining. Yeah, yeah.
According to reports, though, there'll be less British fans than normal at the World Cup.
Why is
because
that?
it's so expensive to travel there, and there's not enough hotels, so they say. So less Brits will go.
Got sports-wise.
I've got
the papers for you after Charlotte with a rundown of what else is happening news-wise. Morning to you.
Thanks, Eamon. An investigation's being carried out in SeaWorld in Florida after a trainer was killed by a killer whale. It's not yet clear whether the woman fell into the water or if the whale grabbed her from the side of the tank. Animal rights groups have slammed the death. They say it's not surprising when killer whales, confined to an area the size of a bathtub, lash out. Sky's Robert Nisbet reports. Royal Bank of Scotland results out this morning, and in 2009 they made a loss of £3.6 billion. That was not as bad as originally anticipated. It's on the back of a massive loss of £24 billion the year before, and that was the biggest in corporate history. But despite the drop in losses, the total RBS is owed from customers has gone up. In 2009, it reached £13.9 billion, whereas the year before it was nearly half that, with £7.4 billion of bad debts. The bank is, of course, 84% owned by the taxpayer, following the millions put into the banks during the credit crunch. So news that RBS wants to pay bonuses totalling £1.3 billion for staff in its global banking division will cause a bit of a stir. But to try to take some of the sting out of that issue, Stephen Hester, who's the bank's chief executive, he has waived his bonus, which could have been more than £1.5 million. For some, though, Hester's gesture is merely a symptom of the overall problem.
Excellent night, and congratulations to Stuart and Alex. Coming up in Sunrise, a rundown of what else is happening news-wise. Charlotte Hawkins for those details.
Thanks, Eamon. An investigation's being carried out at SeaWorld in Florida after a trainer was killed by a killer whale. It's not yet clear whether Dawn won the Innovative News Award.
Yeah, great. Do you know Lily Allen was at an award ceremony last night?
She was, wasn't she?
Not that one. Not
No.
that one. Look, we're now going over to Goodwood, to a very grand house, because we've got two very big names. We've got the designer there, Wayne Hemingway, and Lily Allen together. Yes, she of pop star fame there as well. And it was a late night for you last night, Lily, wasn't it?
Hair and makeup.
And you've got her up for a very good reason, Wayne. She's going to be doing a bit of work for you today. Going to change that. But Lily, are you going to be about to see that? Because there's all this talk about you retiring. Is this all about your life after the stage? Well, it is. But when are you going to wind up? When are you going to stop performing then? Your award last night, Lily, I mean, you know that relationship. Wayne's talking about that relationship between fashion and therefore the fans and music, who know nothing about fashion, sitting beside me here. And they want to ask you a couple of questions.
We try.
This is Jackie.
Hi, Lily. I do the sport. You always look quite fashionable when you watch Fulham play, which is quite hard because it's normally freezing. How do you think your team are going to get on tonight against Shakhtar Donetsk?
You're wearing Fulham colours this morning as well, Lily, and the black and white there. Jackie said you looked very fashionable. When I saw you down at Craven Cottage, you didn't look very fashionable to me, I have to say. But you were very dedicated. You were very, very, very vocal in your support. You're very passionate about your football and you know your stuff.
How do you feel when Fulham beat Manchester United?
Wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. Wayne, correct me if I'm wrong, you're a big Blackburn man, are you not?
That's it, yeah.
Sort that out. It's a lovely little house you have there at Goodwood.